sweet friends, it's me, Andrea. If you have never watched anything from me before, I am with The Lovely Adventure, and I typically talk about managing your time in motherhood and living with intention. Today is just a little bonus content, and these are travel activities that you can do with your toddler. More specifically, I just rode with Bowen on an airplane for the second time, and the first time we did it he was 8 months and he wasn't walking yet, so it was a little bit easier, and this time I was kind of scared just because he's very wiggly and wants to move around and very busy. So I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of toys or activities for him to do, just in case he got the super wiggles. He's very busy right now. So I'm going to show you some activities that I brought with me on the plane that were lifesavers, and I think they're really simple. It's really nothing you have to like go out and buy. So this, Bowen is 16 months old. I would say it would work, actually it would work for a lot, some of these would work for a lot of ages, maybe even up to like 5 or 6. But starting at 16 months, 15, 16 months. So the first one I have is I packed it in a bag, and we have all these wooden spools. I'm sure that you could find, I got these in a estate sale because I'm Andrea and I shop estate sales all the time. But I'm sure you could find things like this on Etsy or Amazon even. But basically I got all these wooden spools onto a string, and I just have this like twine, but I actually really recommend a shoelace because the end is tight and not frayed. But I didn't have time to find a shoelace, so this is what we got, and I taped the end. But yeah, I would recommend a shoelace. So he was obsessed with taking these, so I took off, and I really didn't need this many. I probably needed about 3. And I just took them off and held the string, and he put them on, and then after that I would take them off again and he would put them back on. And we did that for probably like 20 minutes, which in an hour-and-a-half flight, that's a really decent amount of time. Do you want to play with this one? You want to show everybody? Can you hold it? Good job.
Yay.
Yay. Next one. Great job. Good job, Betty. So this was a great activity for him. And we did like drop one spool under our seat. So I would maybe bring some extras just in case you lose them. Oh, you don't want to put it away? Okay. Okay, so then the next one that we did was this. We have a little plastic bottle. This is just one we had at our house, but you can use anything. We have a little plastic bottle, and it's full of Q-tips. And literally all he wanted to do, I just showed this to him and kind of showed him the concept, and he was hooked. So all he does is just put the Q-tips inside of the bottle. He also really likes putting the lid on and taking it off again. This is kind of the stage we're in. So he loves, just putting the Q-tips in there. This was probably like a solid 30 minutes of him just being quiet and putting the Q-tips into this bottle. So I chose Q-tips because like I don't care if we drop these or if we lose them. And they're very easily replaceable. So highly recommend this activity if you have a busy toddler who likes to put things in and out. That's really his like forte currently. If you follow me for a while, you know these next few, because I've talked about them a lot, but I love these. I think they're called Squigs, and they're by Fat Brain Toy Co., and they have a suction cup on the back. And so I bring a little board book that we would have brought anyway. He loves the flaps on the board books. So I just suction it to the board book. And actually I think these stuck to the tray table and like the back of the seat, and he thought that was really cool. And he can just spin them. So I brought multiple, and that probably gave us, I don't know, like 15 minutes of just spinning this. And all those minutes add up. The quiet, entertained minutes. So then the second one is this Simple Dimple, and that's literally all it is. They just pop it in and out. It's super lightweight, and this was great for just like sitting and waiting in the terminal. I think he played with this a little bit on the plane, but he actually was like super entertained with all the other things. So yeah, but this has saved us in travel so many times, so I had to throw it in. Okay, the next one that he was very entertained by. Now I just used an empty tape roll, but you could use like a toilet paper roll, really anything like that. So what I did, can you come sit here, was I have this roll, and I'm kind of setting it like inside the zipper part of this bag. And I have this bag so that I can catch what he's about to put inside. And so I let him take as many as he wants. And these are just popsicle sticks, wooden popsicle sticks. And he just puts them inside the tube, and they go in, and he loves it. You put them in. And then, yeah, I just obviously suggest having a bag at the bottom so you can catch them all. You want to do it again? How about you do one at a time this time? Oh, nope, you want to do them all? Okay, whatever. And that's honestly my attitude when flying. Oh, you want to do that? And you're quiet? Okay, great, whatever. Yeah, we got them all in. Uh-oh, that's okay, we can get them out. So he was very entertained by this. As you can see, he still likes it. So wooden popsicle sticks. You can get like a whole bunch of them at Hobby Lobby or Walmart. And then some kind of tube. And again, like, this is all super cheap stuff. If you lose it, not the end of the world. It's replaceable. And a baggie so you can catch them. Alright, so then the next thing, when he started getting really fussy, I busted this out. I got it at Target. Now I wouldn't let him just like play with this unsupervised because it is kind of, it's a little bit small. Like if he tried really hard, he probably could stuff it in his mouth. So only while I'm watching and sitting there with him, but it's called the Fidget Cube, and it just has buttons all over it. So like this one, these press down. This one like spins and moves forward. It's kind of like almost like a gaming control. I'm not a gamer, so I don't know. This clicks. Oh, sorry, baby. And like these spin. I think this is like $10 at Target, and honestly worth it because I feel like this grows with him, and he won't really ever grow out of it. Like, he thinks this stuff is very, very interesting. So, got this at Target. The next thing I got was when he was super fussy again. I kind of had my like holy grail ones, which were new things that he'd never seen before. So he'd never seen this before, and then he'd never seen this. It was like a, gosh, what was it called? Puppy Dog Pals, and annoyingly, it didn't come with any puppy dogs. It only came with the pals. We got a cat and a gerbil. But it's this little like animal carrier, and then it has little pals in it, and the gerbil's too small. Like, he could definitely swallow it, so I took that away. But we have the cat, and with my supervision, like, I wouldn't let him play with this by himself because again, it's still kind of small. But he loved just literally putting this in here and closing the lid and then opening it again and then taking it out. And I actually specifically got this one because he's obsessed with dogs, two because I know that he loves this. So just really watching your kid and seeing like how they like to figure out things or what is like really interesting to them. Like currently this kind of stuff is very interesting to him. And so I just happened to see it while we were walking through Target. I've never seen these before. And I was like, oh, that's like initially what I thought. And then I saw that it was like puppy dog pals. And I was like, oh, he will love that. So that honestly probably got us like another 30 minutes because he just wanted to do this the whole time, take it out and put it back in. And he was super quiet and loved it. So those are all of the toys or activities that I brought with us. And I mean, gosh, you just cannot care what people think on a plane. Like if your kid's having a bad day, they're just gonna have a bad day. And fortunately, I feel like he wasn't having a bad day. He did throw some full-on tantrums in the terminal when we were waiting, and he couldn't run wherever he wanted. So don't feel like my child was a perfect angel. But once I got him on the plane, I was able to feed him snacks and able to give him a bottle and then entertained him with these activities. I was able to keep him calm and quiet. So hopefully these help you if you're flying with a kid or doing a long trip. And honestly, like especially this one, this is great for fine motor if you just do it at home. If you're looking for activities to fill time, he's obsessed with this, like wants me to do it with him all the time. That's kind of what he's whining about right now. Yeah, these are my travel hacks for a toddler, and thanks so much for watching. And I love you all and hope you're having a beautiful day and hope that these help you. Bye.